Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our discussion on WuWa 3.6. I wanted to cover some of the aspects about um, uh, the game, specifically the new version that just came out. And there are a lot of things to discuss. Let's first talk about the story. I completely 100% understand that, you know, it's subjective. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. You may like the story, and that's fine. I'm just giving you my 2 cents on it. I think it's mid. I think the way that they've set up Meng Zhou and the Zhang Feng hold 3.5, 3.6, and 3.7 have been very lackluster, have been the definition of mid, and I don't mean that in like it's bad, by any stretch of the imagination. This is still a decent story. I just think that WuWa as a game has, I just think the story has been really bad. And the storytelling, the world building, all of it has been missing. It's been missing the id factor. 3.1, 3.0 to 3.3 were phenomenal stories. Absolutely magnificent pieces of work that we got to experience. And the story was brilliantly paced. Everything made sense. We had the start, the beginning, the conclusion, yada, yada, yada. It was amazing. We had set piece fights. We had this exploration, and it was very fast paced. This seems very drawn out. It seems very bland. And I'm booting up the game, right? Mainly because I want to also show you. I'm not gonna show you. We're just gonna have this discussion. I'm not gonna show you the shit. But let's first talk about the story. Okay, the story, it lacks it's just lacking. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I personally, I think the story is lacking. I think the pacing is horrendous, and it genuinely feels like we're recycling concepts that we had not even less than a year ago. She's playing her freaking accordion piece of shit, right? And then you see these like strands and stuff, right? Cardathea did that.
How dare you!
With her singing. We did that. Oh, we're in her mind and we're exploring and like inner demons and stuff. Yeah, we did it with Aino. We did that literally a year ago. It's the same stuff, just packaged different. And I can't help but feel like this is all like a mishmash, hodgepodge job of just giving us some sort of story. I'll get to my theory afterwards, specifically for the story, but we'll discuss. I like just in general, like it's been so spectacularly mid, pun intended, that we have 3.5. Okay, we're exploring like Yang Yang's awakening. We're in Mengzhou. Oh my god, we got evil Decepticon shit, going on. And like, hi Saint, if you're watching this, probably not, but hey, but yeah, like you have this evil Decepticon shit. Okay, fine, cool, great. Yang Yang is exploring old history. She's running into Muyu. She learns who Muyu is, and you have this thing. You set up this Yang Yang and Muyu and how he wanted her soul or whatever, right? And then in 3.6, she's not with Rover. It's Xing Chao. And she's just like, oh, I'm like gonna like protect and like fight test discords. What was that build up? Again, unless you have Muyu's back, somehow Muyu's back, Emperor Palpatine type shit, I don't see in a world where why we spent so much time with the Muyu Yang Yang angle if you weren't gonna make it pay off. Now, also, my biggest gripe is Xin Chao just felt so forced into the goddamn story. Like, oh, here's your new player flavor of the week character. ooh, sword lady that's old and can fly. Oh my god, bounce on it. And then she feels so forced in the story. Had you not had that exposition, literally 30 minutes of 3.5 of dealing with Yang Yang and Muyu, had that be hints and crumbs about Jing Chao and like Muyu, and like maybe their shared history, it would make sense why in 3.6 we're spending this much time with her. But no, it doesn't make any sense. All of a sudden, she's important. She's the flavor of the month. Yang Yang is last month, so we're not gonna talk about her. And before you say, "Oh, this is just like what the Chisa thing is," it's not. Chisa's absence was not felt. Her story arc was finished in 2.8. There was no need for her to be in the goddamn story. It didn't matter. You know, like Lene came and went. It didn't matter. Here, you built up Yang Yang. You had that arc. You know, with Lene in her arc, she fought the Void Worm and she got her thing. In that patch, you had this build up for Yang Yang, and you didn't have her fight Muyu. And you're like, oh well, fighting that myriad thing like counts. No, it doesn't. Yeah, that awakened her form, but that like she needed to fight Muyu, or at least like play a big hand in fighting Muyu, but she didn't do that shit either. She was off screen helping. That doesn't really count, you know. I would say Jean Grant makes more sense, like the way he's written into the story and the way he fit than Zhao Qin did, you know. Like she felt like, oh, like I'm all of a sudden like I'm the important character of like the month or whatever, and like you have to listen to me. And it's like, bro, like come on, like shit. Okay, fine. Like genuinely, the way he's written in the story and the way he fits, it makes perfect sense. Like he's not too much of the story. He's not like taking up the entirety of whatever it is that we're doing. He's not taking up entirety of what it is that we're doing, but he's still important. Like he has a role and he has a story, and we're exploring that story. That's fine. Like he's perfectly written in where it makes sense why he's there, and then it makes sense why he's not the main focus. With Jing Chao, it just felt like, oh, with Jing Chao, it just felt like, oh, we have this brand new character we want to sell. You know, there you go. We're gonna make sure you know her damn history. We're gonna make sure you know what cultivation means. And like, bro, come on, like shit. You've done better. You can do better. And not to be that person, I hate how Genshin presents its story. The baseline story is good. I've played 7.0 story. I can tell you, I was glued my ass to that seat. Yes, there were sequences where I needed that skip button. It was boring. Do you like? I recorded myself playing 3.6 and like I uploaded it. That's the content I make, right? Do you know how tempting that skip button has been in 3.5 and 3.6? I wanted to skip almost every single piece of dialogue. That's how boring this story is. I don't care. You're not writing it so well that I'm invested in what happens in these characters, in the story. Like, oh my god, what happens next? I don't give a shit. 3.0 to 3.3, oh, I was glued to that seat. I didn't skip a single thing, even though I could. I didn't even record myself playing it. I was invested. It was good shit. The only sequence I can remember from this entire story quest is probably her like exploding out of that cube thingy and like Jing Ron like flexing his armpit and then like possessing the goddamn boat or ship or shuttle or whatever it's called. That's it. Like Muyu's design was cool, but like the buildup of his body, like you know, and like oh he's in the sky. It's like the first appearance was cool, but then like it would have been cooler if he had like contortionist shit and like oh my god that he's breaking his bones or some shit like that. But like also the twist that he like dropped his mortal body to enter a puppet. Saw that coming a mile away. Saw that coming a mile away. Like it wasn't like the twist like Novora is the grand architect. Like that shit was Loki. Like oh my god, what the fuck? We knew he was doing that shit. You did not do that. It was not hidden in plain sight. And like oh the woman in red again. Like could be again. This could all be tied up in 3.7 and like some miraculous twist. That's the issue. is if you had paced this and written it properly, you didn't need the big payoff in 3.7. Right now, Mangzhou as a story is so heavily tied to 3.7, and if you nail 3.7, if 3.7 is just as what the fuck is happening and all of a sudden everything just miraculously works out, I don't know, Chief. That's like kind of really stupid. That's really stupid. It is what it is, but I personally think the story writing has been horrendous. 3.5, 3.6. I'm like, thank God we have that stupid ass skip button. Because shit, it was boring. Oh, we're in the myriad, whatever. We're in like the digital world. I don't give a fuck about any of these people. Shit. Now, here's my theory. I think Mengzhou was built for filler. I think it was built to be pure filler to get to 4.0 because they didn't want to do new Fed in 3.5. Now, the reason I say this is the team that was working on 3.0 to 3.5 was not 3.4, sorry, was not this team. This is the beat team. This is the we need filler content team because the story writing is worse. The world itself of Zhang Feng exploring it on the bike genuinely pisses me off. I can't do a U-turn in the sky. Things are way too fucking high, right? And it's like, oh, like you jump, jump, like jump, jump, hold, jump, jump, hold. It's annoying as fuck. It's boring as fuck, and like the world just feels so much worse to explore. It's not fun. There's no fun vistas. Like Lahai Roy was just way better, and I can't help but feel like this all is just throw random shit at the wall and like see what sticks. It does feel like that. Like it's the world itself is so boring to explore. And my theory is going back to the point of like why I think this is like filler content. I think we know based off of leaks, new Fed is supposed to be the whole year, and on top of that, we're getting a full revamp of the 1.0 story, of the 1.0 presentation, of like maybe the world as well. I think if that's happening, it makes sense why this has all been so mid. It would make a lot more sense. It's like, okay, we didn't put that much resources into this thing that we clearly are making you do, like play the story and shit. But it'll be worth it because 4.0 will be massive. But again, unfortunately, this game is not Genshin Impact, and I hate that Genshin Impact gets away with so much shit. But because they were massive during COVID, they got the COVID buff. They got the COVID buff. People still talk about it, and I'm gonna be honest. With Not Cry, they really locked it. Like Not Cry was really good. Sneznaya so far has been really good. Before you like, oh, the exploration, yes, WuWa is just better. Double jumping, climbing up walls, it's just better. Genshin's not gonna do that. Maybe in like Genshin 2, but right now we're talking about Genshin lock the fuck in. The rewards are still ass, but they lock the fuck in terms of the overall story wise. They locked in. The 3.5, 3.6 have been disaster, in my opinion, in terms of story. In terms of presentation, Genshin has locked in. I will admit, they're getting pretty good. I still want the fucking skip button, because some sequences are so boring, and if I need to hear Paimon talk for more than 5 sentences in a row, I genuinely want to shoot myself. Anyways, moving on. They've locked in. It's gotten a lot better, and I'm enjoying it. I'm not enjoying the story in 3.5 and 3.6. I'm sorry. Lahai Roy was so peak. What the fuck is this garbage? Meng shit. More like it. Goddamn. On top of that, if we take a look at key updates, right? Swordflay. Oh, you don't like the sword? You don't like the freaking shit that we're doing? Okay. During the version 3.6 main quest story, the sword flight feature will become available. In addition, sword flight points will have been added across Mengzhou, land of Zhongfeng. Guys, you cannot free fly swords. It's not like I'm just standing anywhere and I'm flying. It's not like, oh, let me go to the edge or like the point and I can fly anywhere. No, it's point A to point B transportation. Maybe you can get off in between. That's still, that's just worse. Like, why are you adding this as like a mechanic when it's not actually a mechanic? Sword flight should have been what Zhao Qin has. Like, we can freely do it anywhere. You can go up pretty high, you can go down pretty fast. It makes exploration a little bit more fun, a little bit more engaging. But no, that's not what this is. You know what this is? It's point A to point B transportation. It's like the bike on autopilot, but you're on a sword. That's so fucking stupid. Why would you do that? I would rather not have that than have whatever the fuck we currently have. Okay, on top of that, on top of that. Oh, you have the freaking instrument. Okay, that's whatever. Motorbike display? Okay, pretty cool. Events. We have one, two, three, four, five. We have 5 events in this entire patch. You're like, oh, that's a lot. Motherfucker, they're all recycled. They're all recycled events that we've had in the past with a new coat of paint. Not a single. Again, it feels lazy. 3.5 and 3.6 felt lazy. And I can't help but think they're doing this because they've allocated more resources to freaking 4.0 and the 1.0 revision. Because if not, holy shit, they're in for a reckoning. They're not Genshin. They can't get away with it, which sucks. But at least that means they'll have to improve eventually, right? Like, that's my issue. Is it feels lazy. It feels like a code job. Now, granted, if 4.0 is this big, massive thing of like the world is revamped, we have like it's amazing. Like New Fed is amazing. Oh, Jinzhou has also gotten updated. You know, like okay, shit, that would be cool. But and also, I feel like we should also discuss the characters in the Mangzhou arc. Gameplay wise, WuWa never misses. Gameplay wise, everyone's fun, everyone's strong. Shit, like everyone has been strong, and I have no doubt the last 2 characters, maybe a surprise third or fourth character, is also good. They're going to be great. But if you look at their presentation in the story, right, none of them have stood out as, oh my god. With Luke, he stood out. Imith, she stood out. Lene, she stood out. Mornier, not so much. For me personally, I didn't care for Mornier. Yeah, she's busted. I don't care. I don't like. I like the way she plays, but she didn't move me enough in the story to where I would want to pull for her. That's how I pull. Like, I don't care for meta. Like, if a character's fun to play and, like, they invoked an emotion, a heavy emotion within the story, I would want them, you know? No character in this story has done that for me. And the only reason why I pulled for Suisui is because I want to get a Yuki. So Suisui, Hyuki, Lene, that's the team I want to run. That's why I got Suisui. It's not because she moved me in the story. No, and in 3.6, Jinron was okay. You know, Chao Chin just felt so forced down our throats. And like, listen, Sin's model, if you look at their character models, you know they took their time with Sin. They were very deliberate with how they designed her. She has so many details, and she's not even playable yet. Yeah. Yeah. She feels like a character they made. The rest of them are like, whatever. Like, they're not bad. They're really good. They're fun animations. But nothing has been like, oh my god, holy shit, like Sin has. So Ming also to an extent. Like, she has a unique color palette. She has a unique design that we haven't really seen before. Zhao Qin and Jing Ron just feel like mishmashes of things that look cool, that are great. But like, eh, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not great. It's okay, and that's my problem. Is we went mid patch to another mid patch. Honestly, 3.5 is better because at least we had a new zone. We had a new zone. We got the cloud bike, which is pretty much the same stupid as fuck ass bike, right? The story was better told in 3.5. Granted, we couldn't skip a lot of it, but it was better. 3.6 just felt like an extended freaking character quest and not a good one. Like, why are we spending so much time with Jiang Chin when you didn't set that up at all in the story that John Chin was going to be an important character until like the last 1/10 of the story where she comes in, oh my god, I'm a paragon. Like, bro, what are we doing? Anyways, that's my rant. I feel like this update has been very lackluster. The sword fight is a scam. The story is shit. The characters look pretty cool. They didn't move me to any extent. And the only thing I look forward to is the Hiyuki rerun. And the events are ass. So, I mean, to be fair, Genshin's events are also dog shit. Like, dog shit. But at least the story was good. 7.0 story was good. I don't know what the fuck we're doing in Mengzhou, but get me the fuck out. Get me the fuck out. It feels so bad. It's such a bad story. And again, the thing that I think I'm realizing is WuWa, they can't make segmented stories. I feel like the reason why the 1.0 story felt so shit was 1.0 was like one story, right? 1.1, who was in 1.1? Was it? Yeah, it was Mount Firmament, right? Like, oh, Mount Firmament. Mount Firmament as a story was also like really mid. Like 1.3, the Black Shores, that was good. But again, 1.1.0 and 1.1 didn't really connect as well. And individually they're good, and I feel like the reason why Renacita worked so well, it was one continuous arc. Lahai Roy as a one continuous arc was brilliant, and then Mengzhou as a whole arc didn't work. And yes, you could technically say Renacita is like two different stories, like if you accept them all and stuff, but that's because those two stories were interconnected. They were interconnected. This fucker, they're Lahai Roy and Mengzhou are not interconnected whatsoever, and I think that's the problem. They don't know how to write stories like that. This just feels like we had Lahai Roy, okay, great. Now we're in Mengzhou for whatever fuck ass reason. Why? Because we need to go back to Yang Yang, and she's gonna play a big role in the story moving forward, and somehow we need to explain why the fuck we're going to the new Fed. That's what it feels like to me. And it feels like they did a bad job at it. But that's just my 2 cents. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my rant, and yeah, I will see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed my very long, very annoying think piece on why I think this version update is just mid. And hopefully 3.7 is great because I will be spending for Sid regardless. So,